the prospect of ending up in legal hot water in an anti-climate investment backlash and depend the atomism of the many leading signatories. The result is that part of the alliance have been hemorrhaging members, while other components have resorted to watering down their requirements to assuage concerns. Trouble started brewing in mid 2022 when a group of leading US banks threatened to pull out over fear of being sued because of having decarbonization policies imposed by external parties, and that's the after US Republican politicians had accused financial institutes of breaching antitrust rules by grouping together in a climate cartel that limit opportunities for investors. A month later, in October 2022, Japan dropped a key requirement for its members to sign up the UN's Race to Zero initiative, a verification body for corporate and financial sector pledge, which had been seen as a way to prevent greenwashing. G-Fans told Climate Home that the alliances are still working with Race to Zero and continue to note its advance and guidance. Heading for the door, those US banks eventually ended up staying in, but despite the less stringent criteria, and other influential members began heading for the door in droves soon after. Vanguard, one of the world's biggest assets manager, acquired a net zero asset manager initiative, part of GFAN, saying it wanted to provide clarity to investors and speak independently on matters of importance to them. But it's the insurers coalitions known as NZIA that has suffered the biggest nearly fatal wounds. The group has lost nearly two-thirds of its members since the start of the year, with leading firms like Allianz, Zurich, Munich Re, and Lloyd of London throwing in the towel. Again, a major drive for the mass exit was a letter written in May by 2K23 Republican Attorney Generals accusing senators of advancing an activist climate agenda with serious detrimental effects on the residents of their states. The spark for this was the alliance's initial obligation to its members to set emission reduction targets by the end of July. Starting at the real prospect of shutting down the insurers alliance again watered down its requirements, becoming effectively toothless. NZIA member companies have no obligation to set or publish targets, wrote the UN Environment Program UNEP convener of the initiative in a clarification letter Each company who chooses to be a member of the NZIA and unilaterally and dependently decide on the steps on its path towards net zero. And while GFans says its members have submitted over 30 300 interim target presenting